Hello and welcome to this News 9 special. One of the biggest questions that we've been asking is what was happening in Nuh and who could be responsible for what is actually happening in that district of Haryana. We have seen how Nuh dominated the entire headlines of today's newspapers and of the news broadcast, and today we in fact get you the latest developments happening in Nuh. Many accused in the Nuh violence have been taken into custody by the Haryana police. 83 FIRs have been registered till now. 165 people have been arrested for the violence and 83 have been detained under the CrPC. Well, the recent clashes in Nuh has also led to a series of internet shutdowns in the districts that have been affected by the violence. This is not happening alone in Nuh, but whenever there is a disturbance in some parts of the country, there is a local shutdown of internet which can be extended to the state level if the administration wants to. Well, in Nuh, one thing is for sure, that there is some action being taken on the ground, especially when it comes to the arrest of the individuals.
I would also like to say, Verghese, that see, these are the visuals which are playing on the screens are the visuals of those who have been arrested by the
Haryana police. So these visuals that are coming in, of course, are the visuals that show the arrest that has been carried out by the Haryana police, and they have been brought to the local police station for further inquiry as well. These are the first visuals coming in with regard to the arrest of those individuals. Well, to discuss more about this, we have Brijesh Pandey with us in the studio, who has been also looking at the entire aspect of what is happening in Nuh very closely and monitoring it as well when it comes to the politics of it, when it comes to the security aspect of it. It's been a tightrope walk for a lot of reasons. When it comes to security apparatus, of course, we've been asking as to why they did not see it early as it was happening. But on the ground, when you see the kind of arrest that's happening, there seems to be a lot of pressure to bring the perpetrators to book right now. So it looks like there is some some action happening on the ground.
Well, there has to be action, Verghese, because there's a lot of political pressure on the government. This is happening so close to NCR. There's a BJP government in Haryana, there's a BJP government in centre, so it spoils the narrative of the government, central government as well as state government. The way violence happened and the way the police were caught unawares, and the kind of mayhem which was there for a good half a day or more than that, and the vehicles were torched, shops were burned, and it was absolute mayhem on the street. So the government was under a lot of pressure to ensure that all those perpetrators are being brought to book, because we have to also remember that the rule of law has to be so majestic that people should fear it. At least the anti-social element should fear it. Here it was not seen, and that is the reason why now more than 169 people have been arrested, and 139 people have been arrested from Nuh only.
Nuh only, 139 only.
And that is because it also provides a stark contrast to Uttar Pradesh. And that is the reason why now you have started seeing similar kind of political dialogues, because in Uttar Pradesh they say that that no such riot incident takes place, and if it happens, we are going to recover the cost from those who have indulged in these rioting. The same kind of dialogue has now been, the same kind of statement has now been made by Haryana Chief Minister, and because they want to set an example that if you do this in the state of Haryana, you will have to pay the price for indulging in riots. But overall, the way the police approach this entire incident, there are several questions which need to be thoroughly investigated if the state doesn't want a re-repeat of what has happened in Nuh.
We are also in fact joined in by A.K. Jain, former DGP Uttar Pradesh, who's also joining us, and we also have Ellen Rao, former DCP of Delhi, who's also joining us on Zoom. Let me go first to A.K. Jain. A.K. Jain, you have been in the show. We've been speaking about how there has been a failure on the local administration level when it came to this, but finally they are now being quite serious with getting the people behind the riots. They have detained more than 160 people. They have also ensured that 83 FIRs are registered. But can you just tell me that when in a post-riot situation, how does the procedure of law function? Like, how does the police go ahead with the prosecution and other things? Can you just give us that explanation?
SIT will have to be formed, or investigation cell will have to be formed for investigating all these cases post-riot. Evidence will have to be collected, and only then After vetting, charge sheets will be filed in a court of law. After that, the monitoring will start. But it's a difficult job. That's why I say I have always held this that we should maintain law and order in the state, because once it goes out of hand, then it spreads to neighboring areas. And this is what has happened in Gurugram, Faridabad, Ballabgarh, all these places. Fault was of Nuh administration, Nuh police, and Gurugram is also paying for it. Gurugram has multinational, so many multinational companies, and it brings a bad name to the country if something happens in Gurugram. Gurugram police has been alert, and arrest should be made of all those antisocial elements who have burnt mosque or who have killed some imam and looted shop. Drastic action should be taken against such elements. These elements should not be allowed to go away with it. Number two, in Nuh, arrests are being made, but I don't think they are enough. People should be picked up. People should be picked up who attacked cyber police station, because they must be, all of them must be cyber criminals who are involved and who had been raided 2 months back by Haryana police. So all those criminals involved, cyber criminals involved, because they are making huge amount of money. It has surpassed Jamtara also. So all these criminals should be booked, and very drastic action needs to be taken in Nuh also, and only then situation will normalize, because the other community will also realize that government is taking action, police department is taking action against criminals who are involved behind violence. And if they get a feeling that enough is not being done, then naturally they will try to take law into their hands. This is what had happened, in my opinion, on that day. Because police did not take action, there were thousands of them. I don't think there was proper briefing, the route was sanitized and proper action was taken. Drones should have been deployed. Haryana is an advanced state. They can spend some money on all these measures, and the entire route should have been sanitized. When I was young, we used to do foot patrolling on the entire route. We used to clear the encroachments that were falling in the way, so that there is no obstruction in the route of the procession. And arrangements used to be made. Police pickets used to be posted at sensitive places. They used to be given separate briefing. I don't think this was done. Mindless deployment was done without briefing, and this is what has resulted in this kind of violence and destruction of property. Now Mr. Khattar is saying that recovery will be made from these people. How can he make recovery? There has to be an act for it. UP has passed an act for it, and the UP government and the state police is acting on that act. So you have to have an act. And I'm slightly disheartened that in 9 years have passed, Manohar Lal Khattar government, no arrangements were made in Nuh. Nuh is well known throughout the country. It must be one of the most criminal areas, in my opinion, existing in the country, where you have cow slaughtering is done openly. Nobody can check it. Cyber crime is taking place openly. Nobody can check it. If you go to check it, 5, 6, 7 people, police, they will be attacked. And there are road robbers, there are road hold-up gangs operating from there. So many criminals are there. Action should have been taken. A battalion of Haryana Armed Police should have been posted there. Now, I read today, I spoke on so many channels yesterday also, that India Reserve Battalion should be deployed there. It should have a headquarter in Nuh. Land should be provided to them. You have to take all these measures. You open ATS police station, STF police station in the area. You have only 8 police stations to cater to such a big area. You deploy forces, you deploy paramilitary forces, and you take action against criminals. Naturally, the communal temperature will come down very soon. So this is what all is required, and I think now Haryana government has realized the importance of Gurugram, Faridabad, all these places, and now they have realized that they will have to take action. Otherwise, there will be counter reaction, and that will be very bad.
Well, we're also getting in Ellen Rao, the former DCP from Delhi, into this. Mr. Rao, do you think that the police has created a trust deficit when it comes to the handling of the issue in Nuh? In fact, everybody would be asking is, why is it that the police are getting it late when it comes to trying to control this riots? But at the same time, it couldn't if they were vigilant, it couldn't have happened at all at the first place. But then now they have to overcome this trust deficit that they have created. That's going to be a tough task, isn't it?
Definitely, it's a tough task. And initially, I can say that there was some lack of intelligence collection because in such a sensitive area, when the procession is being taken out, the police should have taken a stock of what is going on there, what is the bent of mind of people over there, is there any murmuring or any something is going on behind the which is not known to the police. That should have been taken, but there is a local intelligence there, because there is also every state police has their own network of collecting the intelligence. And I fully agree with ex-DGP Sri A.K. Jain sir, that the police has to be deployed there, because this is the most criminal area of that new Mewat, because we had been raiding that place. Not only Haryana police but Delhi police also, because we found so many criminals are living there, and when we investigate the cases, so many criminal cases have been arrested from Nuh. But when we go there, we definitely, police also have some time. If we go in a very few number, then the people of that area attack on police. They don't have any fear of law at all. That the fear of law has to be created among the people of that area, not only the civilians. It's not that everybody is criminal there, but maximum number of people are criminals, and the other people who are not having any criminal background, they are very sophisticated, they are very silent. But even then, some people who are of a criminal mentality, they are going on as they can't. No law is there can prevent their activities. So that high time that now the state government should think about it, that this area be controlled by the police. There should be a fear of law and police there in that area. And in this procession also, when some people try to vandalize in the beginning, it was allowed to be done. I can say that, because initially the police should have taken a very preventive measures, and all the mischief mongers which can be identified by their intelligence network, they should have been arrested, detained prior to that, if they are thinking that these people can create some problem. So after that, no doubt, after this violence has started, then the police has taken up very serious actions, and so many FIRs have been arrested, so many people have been arrested. Then the police, you can say that after the incident has taken place, then the police awakened and the strict action has been taken in that. But I must say that the prevention is better than cure. Prevented, that incident should have been prevented, not after that the commission has often serious offense have been committed, and so many people have died, so many people have been injured, lot of property has been put to fire, and even the police station, cyber police station, has not been sprayed by the mischief mongers and the violators of the law, because there is a maximum number of cyber criminals living in that area. That's why the police definitely made a cyber police station in that area. But because that police station area, cyber police station was their target, because they were taking action against them,